cooking is my passion. Voila. A lot of people ask me, why do you create a line of cookware? It's because of the customers who call in and tell me, you know what, Wolfgang, I use your products and it makes me a better cook. Who wouldn't love you for that? I have a great relationship. It's really a love relationship with HSN. To have this connection with so many people out there, I think HSN is really a special place for me. People stop me at the airport and say, Wolfgang, thank you so much. I have your panini grill or I have your pots and pans, and my family thanks me for it every day.
Okay, you know what, Wolfgang Puck, he's already bossing me around.
I know, we are ready with our newest invention. I'm so excited. You know, we had the pressure oven, which was totally new, and this mixer is totally new. It will change the way you cook. It will change the way you bake. If you want to make great mashed potatoes or the best pie, you can do it with this machine.
You're excited. You can tell.
I'm totally excited.
He does. He's got a wicked sweet
I think I'm ready to dance.
We're ready. Okay, I am buying mine right now. I have been waiting for this, Wolfgang Puck. You always invent the better mousetrap. And, you know, you're kind of famous for your cook and look lids.
Yeah.
The idea is this is a concept that comes really from Europe that sells for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Yep. But now it's like a party waiting to happen. You can see the fun happen before your eyes.
The fun is going to make your life so easy. You know what? It's gonna make your meatloaf, your mashed potatoes, your cookies. You wanna bake for the holidays. Thanksgiving is around the corner. The holidays are around the corner. You will become an amazing baker. And the way we designed it, the way it whips the air into the meringue or the whipped cream, because the whisk turn around themselves and then they turn in circles like
it's
that.
Double trouble.
It's double trouble,
double fun. So let me show them what they get.
Okay,
hey,
you go
by
over
the
there.
way, a little bit later on, we're gonna get our Facebook up and rolling, and I have to say, this is an idea whose time has come. Hey, I do wanna point out real quickly though, we only brought in a couple thousand of Miriam's book, but to Wolfgang's point, this was 8 years in the making. You know, last time he did a Mixer Today's special, didn't look anything like this. Nobody has anything like this, and unless you're spending hundreds of dollars. So it is $24 or $29 and change. We are paying to send it to you. All you do is you pick your color of choice. The black, the blue, the white, or the red. I'm getting the red. I'm actually gonna have to grab my iPad so I can place my order. Black and the red are the most popular, but this is what Wolfgang was talking about. Not only double the trouble, double the fun, but you get this double-sided balloon whisk. Now, not only does that mean things happen faster, you whip more air into things like your meringues. You also, your whipped cream.
Even your cookie dough, your pies.
Cookie dough, your pies. Yeah. Here's the bowl scraper, which is part of the deal, which I think is genius. And remember, you don't have that big head on a mixer that's blocking the action, so you can really see everything that's going on. Then, of course, when we say from meatloaves to meringues and everything in between, you also get your dough hook, which is awesome because he's famous for pizza, let's be honest.
Absolutely, we're gonna make pizza dough.
And here's this little cook and look lid. Now what's interesting is, Wolfgang, normally when we talk about this kind of power, stuff can go splattering all over, even with the big stand mixer. Well, look at how controlled this is.
But also we have the cover for it. Did you show people the cover for it? Yeah, look at that here.
Were you watching the show?
Yeah, I didn't see that far. I didn't have my glasses
Well, there you go.
I can't see, but look at that. We are making meringue. I love meringue. So not only do you have a timer on here, but you also have the speed, and it's all digital. Look at that.
Right.
See it turning on faster?
Yeah. But check this out.
Look how fast it goes. So let's turn it down one.
Okay.
And so you pour your sugar in here and the meringue, and you will see in 1 second, if you want to make a key lime pie or a banana cream pie, you will have the perfect meringue. Or you want to make a baked Alaska. Look at. See that? Look, I'm gonna show you how fluffy.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Okay, now even with your conventional mixer, when I said double the trouble, double the fun, it mixes faster. So Wolfgang, that's the whole point. You want more
air in it. Exactly.
Right. So, oh, no, we've slowed it down in slow motion. So you can see, they're actually looking at the video here, Wolf.
Okay, good, all right.
So, and it's got the little bowl scrapers too, right?
Exactly, I'm gonna show you for the whipped cream.
Right, there's nothing for the kids to lick. There's nothing for, you know, it cleans itself up as well. So that's just part of the action. Of course, we're Facebooking Live. Hey, by the way, Wolfgang is using one of the 3 spatulas that we also have in stock. Wolfgang, why do I want more air in my whipped cream?
Well, you want it fluffy, you want it made just perfect. If you make a cake, you want the eggs fluffy so that way it rises more. So here, look at that. We have a lime pie with meringue on here.
But you know what? You don't get that with your hand mixer. You don't get that, you know, that kind of control with your
Look how beautiful and jiggly the meringue is. Perfectly whipped. I mean, it can't be any better.
I know.
You can taste it. You know what? I could use it for shaving cream.
You could.
I know. Maybe my wife can lick it up after. That's perfect.
There you go. Remember, we are Facebooking Live. Hey, Rick,
it's sexy cream.
It is. Hey, Rick, I'd love to show the spatulas that Wolfgang is using. And then we also have, I'll grab them in a moment, his mixing bowls are back, but, you know, in very short supply. And remember, we only brought in a couple thousand of Marian's book. So the book, honestly, from whipped cream to meatloaf, meringues, divinity, your cookies will never look the same ever again. And I will tell you, this is an idea whose time has come. Marian, of course, Wolfgang's right-hand woman in the kitchen. Those great bake-offs, the British one, the American one, there's a whole new generation of people baking.
Young kids come to the restaurant all the time. They want to come in the kitchen and work with us. So if you have kids who are interested, and this will help them, and it's completely safe because it has a cover. You can see it here. It has a timer. For example, why a timer? If you want to make whipped cream and you turn around, in no time you have butter. Then what you're going to do? You have to start all over again. So here, look at that. I have the whipped cream in here.
Right.
I'm going to put it on high. And we have the timer on 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's it, 90 seconds.
Well, which is key because Marian, you know, case in point, I've been using a hand mixer. I burned them out when I'm doing the monster cookies with the peanut butter. But you were telling me you're pretty much going to under. Because your arm gets tired.
You get sick and tired of holding the thing.
Right, exactly. Or if you've got the really big, you know, expensive stand mixer, it's easy to do it too long.
We're gonna make chocolate mousse. We have chocolate ganache.
Now you're just showing off.
All right, look at that.
I like it. I like where you're going, Wolf.
I know. I mean, people love it. And you know what I do? I serve it like that, or if I have leftover, I freeze it, and it's like a soufflé glacé.
Absolutely. Hey, by the way, Keith loves you. Lamont loves the Facebook. Sherry says hello.
Wow.
Lisa, you're right. This would work great as a wedding or a Christmas present, and really a present to you for those cookie exchanges. Actually, I have a question from Gail, Miss Marian. I know you've got a meatloaf recipe in your cookbook.
Yes.
Do you use the dough hook so it doesn't get mushy? Is that what you put on, or what do you recommend?
Yeah, we have actually our hooks here. We'll show them where they are.
The paddles. You can do either, Shannon. Some people like dough hooks. Some people like the paddles. Either one worked just fine, Gail.
Okay, so there you go, Gail. That's what keeps it from getting mushy.
Yeah.
And honestly, we see you there. I have to say, this is an idea whose time has come. There's a similar, here are the spatulas, if you want the spatulas. Customer pick in short supply at $14.95.
No.
There are only a couple hundred in each color. What are you doing now?
Now look at the beautiful whipped cream. So I'm gonna fold it in gently. I put it down on a lower speed, and we're gonna have chocolate mousse, or we can make a parfait glacé, which I call it parfait glacé. Basically, it's a frozen mousse.
Nice.
And it's delicious. You can keep it in the freezer.
You can.
And when you want it, take it out, put a few berries around, and people are going to think you're the best pastry chef in your city.
But you know, a lot of the girls in the makeup room are doing the keto diet. And a lot of their desserts are just heavy whipping cream and like sugar-free Jell-O. But you have to have the power and the mixing capacity to do gluten-free, sugar-free, gluten-free, paleo or keto.
Yeah, and make it really fluffy. So that's really an important part.
Exactly. But see, you can do everything
look at that here.
Oh, nice.
How beautiful, my God.
From fritters to pound cake. All right. Hey, Mark, I'd love to do just like a little pan here, and let's do some yum shots.
Yeah, now, the one we just made is over there.
I don't care if it's beautiful meringues, or if you're doing your cheesecakes, if you're doing your lava cakes. Lava cakes are hard to do. Thank you, guys. We can actually keep kind of panning right along here. So here,
look at that. This is the pie we just made here. See that?
Oh, there. Now that's what you just did.
The key lime pie here.
Beautiful. So cakes, muffins, mousses. It's your pizza oven. I love your little cookie exchange that you have going on here. How sweet is that?
I tell you, I grew up really poor in Austria. You know, the neighbors, the aunts, whoever, my mother never went to the store to buy anything because she didn't have the money, but she was a great baker. Right. What did she do? Wherever she went for the holidays, she bought a box of cookies. So instead of spending $50 or whatever to go and buy that, here, with the FlexPay, you can make 2 boxes of cookies already and give them for friends as a present.
Okay, gingerbread house, would you recommend the dough hooks to do like gingerbread?
Well, the cookie paddles, because that dough's not, it's hard after you make it, right?
Okay,
but typically cookies are the paddles, the little white circles.
Okay, so the paddles, and then of course we've got the balloon whisks and the dough hooks that are also included. Remember, this is your only opportunity for the year. We've been waiting for Wolfgang to do something like this. He's paying to send it to you. It's less than $30 on your credit card. Just choose your color of choice. Oh, Wolf, that looks yummy.
How unctuous, how amazing that looks. See that chocolate mousse?
So
you know, you go to a restaurant, you're going to pay $12 for that. 2 is $25. It's basically a
Exactly.
A flex pay. I said a sex pay. I can talk.
Your name's on the show, Wolf. I guess you can say what you would like.
If you have some little berries left over, sprinkle a little bit on top, and you have dessert.
Absolutely.
Now, we were talking about the pizza.
Let's do pizza.
I became well known because we were making pizza.
Right. You know what? And hey, the chef is in charge. I'm going to let him double dip if he wants, because he has got a wicked sweet tooth.
Oh, totally. For me, the most important thing. But this dough hook and this machine makes the best dough. I tell you, if you want to make bread, if you want to make focaccia. So here we have water, olive oil, and yeast. Yeah. And then I'm just going to throw in the flour here. Look at that. And I'm gonna turn it on.
Beautiful.
Okay.
And of course the dough hooks are included.
Yeah, I start slow because if I wanna do it fast, I can do it too, but then I have to put a splash guard on.
Right. So remember, now ideally, you know, when you first get started, you'll put that splash guard on, but I guess the whole point is you can take it off and make it easy. Miriam, you were telling me a couple of days ago, so if I'm adding hot ingredients as an example, or if I'm using your little, if you're doing buttercream, icing and things like that, it makes it a whole lot easier, right? So how would you recommend using this if you're doing some of those ingredient add-ons?
Well, that's where you're going to fall in love, because unlike my beloved stand mixer that has the big head over the top, that thing is not in your way. It's what I absolutely love about this mixer is you're free to pour your ingredients in with either the outer guard, the little one that's shaped like a donut, or you would just pop off that center lid. The center lid we use mostly for whipped cream because it's the most splashy ingredient that I can think of, but the mixer's fine, like Wolf has it without any guard at all. That's what we love about it, and it's similar to other mixers. You can use them with or without the guard.
So Wolfgang, again, you know you're famous for pizza.
Now, look at that. Look how beautiful it needs the dough. You can see it's a nice dough ball. I just started a minute ago. So now if they say need the dough for 10 minutes, you put the timer on 10 minutes. You can go slice your tomatoes, grate your cheese, do whatever you have. And look at that. Before that, I made some bread, a whole wheat bread. So I actually cooked it in our bowl.
So you can bake in the bowls.
You can bake in the bowl. Now look how even it comes out.
Fabulous.
But let's cut into it.
Okay. I love, Wolfgang, how so many of your products work together. I know. Like this.
They do. Hey, Rick, when we get a chance.
Look how beautiful and fluffy the bread is. Look at that. Whole wheat bread. It couldn't get any better.
Beautiful. So when you think about it.
You smell it, you say, oh my God, all I need is a little butter and maybe a little bit of prosciutto or salami on top, and You don't have to go to a restaurant, for sure.
You don't. So remember, from sweet to savory and everything in between, from meatloaves to meringues and baked Alaska. I actually bought the new configuration of the bowl set.
Yeah.
I use those bowls every single day for something.
Me too. My son, he uses it. Everybody uses it at home. When they make something, they always use the bowl.
We do.
But now, Oliver loves to make whipped cream for his hot chocolate.
Nice.
And since he has the mixer, I have to make hot chocolate every day because he wants to make the whipped cream in here and says, Papa, look, I put 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Right.
And then it's done.
But here's the bowl set so you guys can see. So for $34.95, remember.
Amazing price. With the cover,
with the cover,
sealed.
Beautifully sealed. So 5 different colors. Pink is actually back. I know that because I bought my pink the other night.
Now look at this dough here. See that? So now what we do, put it on a pizza bottle if you want to, and then look how beautiful the dough is.
Isn't that beautiful?
You can put that in a bowl and let it rise.
Sure.
You can cut it in half.
But I'll give you an example. Actually, my producer Rick is attributing his sore hands to something other than arthritis, because apparently that makes him feel old. I'll own up to it. I do have arthritis in my hands. So it's actually hard for me to knead dough and things like that.
You know what? You don't want to spend an hour kneading dough.
No.
Believe me, nobody wants to do that. It's a pain in the butt. So that's why I have this machine. It is so easy to use, and you can make so many different things. I think just if you bake for your family, for your friends, it comes out perfect. Mariana, what are you making over here? Cookies or what?
I've got cookies and I've got mashed potatoes ready for you to go over here.
Okay, let's go to the mashed potatoes first. And then we go to dessert again. Now look at that.
So in your pressure cooker we made them.
Yeah, in the pressure cooker we cooked potatoes. Now I like to cook my potatoes. I like to cook my potatoes in a pressure cooker. Why? Because I only need 1 cup of water in here, so it doesn't get soaked in water. All right, let's throw them all in here. And I have the whisk in here.
We do. Hey, Rick, can I also show the pressure cooker? Because we have only 900 to go around. Those are the final quantities on that pressure cooker for the season. And I have to say, when people think of a mixer, Wolf, more often than not, they think of the Cookie Exchange and sweets.
Yeah,
but
now look at that. Look at that here. Look in here. Can we get a close-up in here?
Beautiful.
Now look, it's going slowly. So now we're going to add a little butter.
Watch that all day.
Huh?
I know. I tell you, the kids are going to be so fascinated by this.
Okay, and then a little milk go in. A little milk or a little cream. And now I'm going to speed it up. Okay. I want that fluffy mashed potatoes. I want perfect mashed potato. Look at that. A little cream, a little milk.
Beautiful.
You decide. And Marianne told me she wants horseradish mashed potato.
I love horseradish too. I do.
Freshly grated horseradish.
Nice.
Oh my God, that reminds me of Austria.
Does it?
We used to go in the garden and pick the roots up and then grate it for our stuff. Okay, salt.
No, okay. Dynamite. All right, I have to point out, this is a one-time only opportunity. It's so fascinating. I have to say, it's more than a mixer.
Now look the creaminess of the potatoes.
The sides at the same time. I mean, there's so many things that are genius behind this. Not only the profile, because when you think of your big mixer, it's so large. In my house, it wouldn't fit underneath the cabinet.
I don't need anything. I will just eat that.
Oh,
taste it.
Okay, all right, I have to.
How fluffy, how delicious.
Oh, that is good.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Wow, wow, wow.
No lump, no nothing.
That is as creamy and as delicious as it gets. By the way, the mashed potato recipe, I'm sure you've got your own, but Marion has a great tutorial. She's also got the meatloaf, all the sweets and the savory.
Yeah.
The reality is you'll use this as much for savory as you will for sweet. And we only brought in a couple thousand of the cookbook, not a lot of the cookbook to go around. Remember, all we ask you to do is to pick your color of choice. Mark, I don't know if I don't necessarily need to walk over there, but at some point I'll show you all the beater attachments that come with it again. So
look at that mashed potato. You have Thanksgiving. I can add twice as much in here, and you're gonna get creamy, delicious mashed potatoes. You don't have to worry about anything.
Isn't that fantastic?
You know what? At Spargo, where you pay $12 for an order of mashed potatoes, is not any better than this.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And again, Rick, I'd love to show that pressure cooker real briefly if you'd like to get a head start on the competition, just because we don't have a lot of them, and those are the final quantities for the season. I think the big thing for a lot of us out there is if you have a stand mixer, you know, we have a love-hate relationship with our stand mixers, if only because they do take up a lot of real estate. They do take up a lot of room. And for someone like myself or my mom who has arthritis, sometimes it can be heavy to move, and sometimes it might not fit underneath that, you know, countertop. But I think the whole idea is whether you want to do sweets, you want to do desserts, you want to do savory. Oh, there's the pressure cooker, fewer than 1,000 to go around. Huge customer pick. Wolf, I just heard those suction cups. Why is that important?
Suction cup, because if you do a dough or whatever in there, if it doesn't have suction cup, it will slide off your table maybe.
Right, good point.
So this way it's, you know, look at that. It doesn't move.
No, it doesn't move.
So it's perfect.
And it's just a perfect little profile, too.
And it fits underneath your counter. You can even store it separately like that. So it's really a perfect fit.
And remember, it's been over 8 years. It was 8 years in the making to get Wolf to do this. And, you know, we heard you. Everybody wanted a mixer. It was time. Whether you watch those TV shows, there's a real excitement around baking in America right now. And you can be a part of that. Who knows? You might inspire your own little Wolfgang Puck at home. You have no idea.
This has 600 watts.
Yes.
You know, the KitchenAid has 550 or 575 less, but it costs 3 times more than that.
It does indeed. By the way, Diana is conversing in German for you. So
Hello, Diana.
So, you know, I apologize, Diana. That was the one class I had to drop in college because I couldn't keep up.
Okay.
You know, but, you know, it's on my bucket list.
Okay, good. You're never too late to learn.
It's true. All right. So we've slowed down that beautiful planetary orbit motion, if you will, just so you can really see what's going on.
Look at that. So it means the whisk turn and then the whole machine turns too. So you have double the power to make your things
trouble,
fluffy.
double fun. And hey, by the way, Cecilia's asking about the commercial blender. I think it's sold out right now.
I think we have a few left, maybe.
Oh, we do? Okay, actually, Rick, I'll ask my producer, Rick, to maybe track down the item number for Cecilia. And, you know, honestly, there's so many reasons to go with this design, not only because of the profile, making it a little easier for those of us out there who are challenged for space in our kitchens, but well, we did find the blender, Cecilia. We'll give you the item number on that. But ask about the pressure cooker. We've got the bowls. Now here is the commercial blender, and I'm sorry, Rick, I can't see the item number on that.
$149.
Oh yeah, no, actually it's $129 for the blender.
Oh my God!
Yep,
$129.
I know. So. You know what, Rick, if you could put that in the prompter at some point, that would be great. You know, there's a lot going on in the set and in my ear. But Cecilia, it is online if you would like to check that out. So we love having you there. I think you're going to have the best time with this. Boy, kids and grandkids and big kids, little kids, and everybody in between. Now, this is what somebody was asking about. You're doing a meatloaf in here?
A meatloaf here with the paddle. Why? Because you want to paddle the meat. So I have meat in here. I have some pork and some beef. You can have lamb, some bread which we soak in milk, so that way it gets fluffier, and then we add a few eggs to it.
Perfect.
So now you don't have to dirty anything. Salt and pepper. Now, you know, my little secret ingredients is a little cumin in here.
Oh.
And it's magic.
Oh, no kidding. Well, that's why you're Wolfgang Puck. I never would have thought
no,
of that.
I love cumin, and in a meatloaf, it's perfect. Now you put salt and pepper in here.
Yeah.
All right. And look how easy is that. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to worry that the meat goes into your fingernail, that you're going to smell like a ground beef or whatever it is, or garlic or onions, whatever you have in here, and that's it.
And that's it. Hey, by the way, they're asking about a whole wheat bread recipe. Cecilia is. You've got a whole
7 grain.
A 7 grain. How about that? So there's a 7 grain.
You can see the ones we made over there. Now
For
look,
sure.
The meatloaf is done.
Oh wow.
Now
and again,
I wrap that.
Nothing under the fingernail.
Nothing nothing under the finger,
no, none of that. But remember, you can shred pork, you can shred chicken, you can do meatloaves. You can honestly do, you know, when I say sweets and savories and everything in between, it's really genius. It's so smart, I think, for a lot of us who really want to maximize the space in our kitchen, not only with that smaller profile, but because of the design of this, makes it easier to clean, just like his cook and look lids, you can really see the action as it happens. With that digital timer, you can't over mix or under mix.
Exactly. So if you want something 2 minutes, 3 minutes, it goes up to 15 minutes. Now here is our meatloaf.
Fantastic.
And we have a few smaller on that. And our cafe in Orlando, we're actually going to open it in a few weeks again.
No kidding.
Wolfgang Backbar and Grill now. Yeah, in Orlando we had it. That's where I met Marianne.
Yes.
Like 20 years ago or so.
20, yeah.
Wow.
So that's what made us famous. Meatloaf, we put a little thyme.
Yeah. And with the mashed potatoes.
And with the mashed potatoes is like so inexpensive, but so delicious.
Now, you always put water here. Huh? You put water in the
here. No kidding.
Yeah.
What a smart idea.
And then you bake it for about, what, an hour, a good hour, no?
Temps 165 in the middle.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay, so then you have it here. We baked it earlier because we were hungry.
Yeah.
So now,
for sure,
we just turn it out. Okay.
And Carol, I guess I should be more specific. It's new to us, if that helps you out. I have to say, though, we've never had anything like this on the air at HSN. And I think for a lot of us out there, this is the kind of design that we have been looking for. Not only because of that more compact profile, but I just love the ease of being able to see how it's mixing, make it easier to not only clean, but to add those ingredients as you go. I really think you're going to be impressed with this one. Of course, extended holiday return policy. So what's fantastic about this is you can use this all through cooking and baking season. You can use it for that cookie exchange. You can use it to do those lump-free mashed potatoes before or during the Thanksgiving season.
You're going to use it all the time.
You will.
And you're going to start baking. Instead of buying cookies for people or whatever, you're going to start baking, and people are going to say, how did you do that? How is it so amazing? It's all because of the machine.
Look at that. Oh, doesn't that look fantastic?
For you.
Okay, thank you, my friend. Let me just, I got a lot of stuff going on here. I'm just gonna move this. And looking for a little utensil, that's what I'm going for. Dynamite, thank you, my friend. Oh, this looks fantastic. That looks really nice and moist.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, wow. That's good.
And you know what, when it's cold, you slice it, make a meatloaf sandwich. You can put tomato sauce on it, whatever you like.
Oh, that is yummy. Marianne.
Yes.
I want to see. I was going to say.
This is blueberry muffins for Wolfgang.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, my favorite for breakfast.
All right, we got muffins going on.
Now I already had the main course here, a little meatloaf. You know, meatloaf is so amazing. When I do it at a restaurant, it sells out. When I don't do it, people get upset and say, Wolfgang, why you don't make your meatloaf anymore? It's crazy.
I know. So it's the comfort classics. And so cream puffs, meatloaves, blueberry muffins.
These are blueberry muffins, and I'm using the paddles again. And I've got the scraper, which you don't have to add. If you pull the two little tabs, the little scraper just pops off. To put it back in, you just click it into place. But you just plunk it on. It's so intuitive.
And this just slides on top.
Rather than the other mixer, which I love as well, the big stand mixer,
of course.
where you have to duck under and look up at the top to try to figure out where the attachments go. But it's really comfortable and easy. So always butter and sugar first. And we're going to cream this. Oh, we just don't have very much time on there.
I love that digital countdown. Oh, see, now here's a case in point. That's where you might want to have the...
Put your guard on. Put your guard on, please.
Put your guard on. Remember, that's what's great, too. I'll see if I can find one for you,
Marianne. Go down to speed 1.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
All right. Oh, you got one?
Yeah.
All right, thank you, my friend.
All right, so at home, when you make that, start like that, with the thing on top.
You won't make a mess like I did.
Cream.
Right.
So that way
exactly. But you see, I do like that. I mean, you've got that kind of control. So you can adjust the speed, of course. You can adjust the time. You get that digital countdown. There's just equivalent to kind of his cook and look lid. That is that wonderful see-through insert. And honestly, Mark, in the time that we have remaining, I'd love to just do like a little pan over what we've got going on. I love that pumpkin cheese ball, that cream cheese ball. What a
like
cute idea.
For your friends.
For
you
sure.
Put some crackers, they can, with a spoon, they
Isn't
can
that
eat it.
amazing? How sweet is this? Of course, we did the meatloaf. You guys saw that.
Well,
there are those
good. You know
beautiful.
Best meatloaf ever.
Absolutely.
All I need is a little red wine within, and I don't have to go to a restaurant.
It's
and pay
true.
$50.
So there are those whipped, light and fluffy as air, lump-free mashed potatoes. We've got those beautiful strawberry parfait. Love these little. Is that like a little
cream puffs?
A little cream puffs, and then
cream
like
puffs.
and then
little cupcakes with little critters on top.
How cute is that? Then you've got this beautiful. Look at that whipped meringue. You can do whipped meringues and baked Alaskas and all of these wonderful things. This is what Wolfgang did for us live on set. This looks yummy before you even eat it. And when I say
I know, chocolate mousse with a few raspberries on it.
You can do your lava cakes. You can do your cupcakes. Remember, it's almost like getting a little bread machine.
I know. A lady asked me if we have a recipe. Look, the beautiful bread I made, and it's fluffy. It's perfectly.
It is
perfectly done. You know, if the dough is not kneaded well, it doesn't gonna rise uniform. It's gonna be on one side big bubbles, on the other side nothing. So with this machine, you can make the best dough. I tell you, it's actually very similar to the big bread machine which we have, which costs over $10,000 at Sparkle.
It is, and then of course, great pizza. He's known for pizza, your cookie exchange. Yes, you can do your gingerbread house, your gingerbread men in this, and you know, your chocolate chip cookies or your monster cookies.
Absolutely, Marianne started it already. Yes,
true. Well, Rebecca is calling us. Okay, well, Rebecca is calling us in Kentucky. Hi, Rebecca, welcome.
Hi, Rebecca, how are you?
Hi. I'm just admiring all of the things that you can make with it.
It's amazing,
you almost don't need a hand mixer anymore, and it would be so much handier for meatloaf.
And you know, you're so right. And look at that, how easy. I have my hands are free. I don't have to hold anything. Like here we are making some chocolate chip cookie for the holidays. We know we are famous for our chocolate chip cookies, and people want them every year. That's how my mother started out. That's how I got interested in baking.
I know.
My mother was making cookies for the holidays every year. And even when I came to America, she just sent me a box of cookies.
It was just like a little box at home.
Yeah, it felt so special.
Yeah.
Oh, that is amazing. I mean, your hand gets tired when you're making cookies. I've done that before.
Yes. No, you're right. Well, Rebecca, our clock has almost expired. They're shooing us along, but I'm so glad you got through.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Enjoy it, and you will love it.
Yes. And by the way, this is the last appliance or electric today special for Wolfgang for the rest of the year. Most of you who are calling are getting that fantastic companion cookbook because it's going to give you a lot of ideas. Oh, this is one of the things I was mentioning for those of you on the keto or the paleo diet. These little energy bites, they call them, are really big right now.
Yeah.
So you can do those, but you got to have the right mixer. So they're only a couple thousand of the cookbook. Many of you are pre-ordering on the pressure cooker, but ask about the bowls. I'm going to show you these bowls again, or actually, Mark, maybe they can even see them in the back. You get a whole set of bowls. Now remember, you can bake in these. They have a silicone bottom, so you can bake. You can use them as a little double boiler if you want. I have to say, I use my Wolfgang Puck bowls every single day. Free shipping, $11.65 on your credit card. Just pick your color of choice, and we would love to send this your way. Of course, our Protection Plus plan is also available, but Wolfgang, I have to say, this is a feast for the eyes, my friend.
I know. This is going to be your best acquisition. This is going to be your best kitchen helper, sous chef, whatever you call it, because it does everything for you, and it's easy to clean, easy to work with. You don't have to put the bowl up and down.
True.
You have
a
timer on it. You know, the big KitchenAid don't have a timer on it. They just put it on. So here, if you want to make whipped cream, remember, 1 minute and 30 seconds, you have the best whipped cream. If you make hot chocolate or Irish coffee, you're done.
You're done. It does all the work for you. Protection Plus plan available, and of course, more Wolfgang Puck. We have that amazing pressure cooker. I love that thing so much, I'm actually thinking about getting a second one because those are the final 900 for the rest of the year. And I'm a huge fan. And if you are too, please start ordering early. Rick, I am correct in saying that, right? Like only 900? So Oh, I'm sorry, fewer than 900.
Wow.
So we have a couple hundred in each color. So over 1,700 reviews. It's one of the most reviewed items from Wolfgang Puck.
I think people always worry about pressure cooker, but you know, in my opinion, they are totally safe and so easy to use.
For
You don't have to turn on the stove.
Absolutely. So, of course, we are Facebooking Live. Well, don't let Rebecca be the only one. We have a product that's going to talk back in the kitchen. I know, this is actually just back in stock. Everybody loves this precious little tea kettle.
Yeah.
And Wolfgang, first of all, she sings to you in the kitchen, right?
Shut it off.
It is so beautifully made, really kind of a classic design, and at $29.95, it is just a screaming deal. $9.98 on your credit card. People requested that you did this. I remember people used to ask for a tea kettle.
I use it at home all the time.
Yeah.
This one gonna stay like that for the rest of your life. If it gets a little dull, you get some polish and you polish it. It's so simple. You're gonna need it for hot water. I know we make fresh coffee at home. I use the tea kettle to heat up the water. So this is one of the things you're gonna use all the time. So obviously if you make tea, or if you make just, my wife Galila drinks in the morning lemon and hot water.
I was just gonna say lemon and hot water. That's perfect.
Or she said that's the best thing for you. I don't know.
You know, it's a great way to start the day. But it's so pretty. I can't remember the last time you did this, because mine from several years ago, I think this is even prettier. Kind of like the handle design a little bit better. You'll never take it off your stovetop. You won't, even if you're not using it that particular day, because it almost looks a little bit like sculpture. It looks very cool, and it is, of course,
very clean looking.
Very clean looking.
You can put it on induction. You can do it on anything.
Oh, you read my mind. Oh, whoopsie doodle. We used this one, but well, you know what? You know, I'll tell you, it's got a real bottom on it. Okay, there you go. It's got a real bottom on it. So we've used this one. So just keep that in mind. That, like Wolfgang said, you can use it on your flat top range. You can use it on your induction. You don't have to think, oh man, is it going to work? You know, you don't need the coils or the gas or whatever. It's going to work on everything.
Totally.
It's adorable. And even if you're doing something as simple as just, you know, it's the instant hot chocolate, or if you are doing the hot water and lemon.
If you need hot water for your oatmeal, for whatever it is, you know, you have hot water there. I have it always on the stove. If I cook pasta, I don't have enough water in my pot, or I drop too much pasta in it, I know I have hot water to add to it, and it's perfect.
It is perfect. So we don't have a lot of these. They're shooing us along. We've got a lot to get to in this show. Of course, we're actually Facebooking Live through the entire Wolfgang Puck segment. But of course, we'd love it if you would stop by. So
people can follow and learn how to cook and use our appliance. Perfect.
Definitely. So Rick, you were telling me over 1,000 of our today's specials. Okay, over 1,000 of our today's specials gone. White is, oh shoot, I'm gonna have to order because I'm gonna get the white, I think. That could sell out before I'm off the air. So I'm gonna order that while we're talking about the next item. But no kidding, this is new to us. We've never done anything quite like this. And it might be new to you unless you follow what happens in Europe. There's, you know, kind of a similar concept there.
But the price is not similar.
Oh,
you know, the price is like 450 euros. I mean, it is crazy how expensive it can be. I always want people to get a good deal. I don't want to try to make something. Anybody can make a good machine for $500-600.
Sure. No, you're right.
But I want people to still have money to buy good food and cook with it. And I don't want people to say, oh my God, now I spent $500 for this, and I don't know. This price you get here, and plus free shipping, and plus you get flex pay. How many flex pay?
Actually, it's less than $30 to get it at home.
Yeah, for less than $30.
Yes. All right. Well, we've got more sellout quantity on our pressure cooker, the one and only, up next.
Here's your Merry update for today. Andrew Lessman is here tomorrow, but we started the celebration early. Today, get free shipping and anniversary pricing on all Andrew Lessman vitamins and supplements. And our Columbus Day sale is still on, but not for long. Get great deals on some of your favorite brands and 6 FlexPay on all clearance now through Monday. Best gifts ever. Find your Merry on HSN and hsn.com.
The thing I love about about shopping at HSN for the holidays?
Oh, that one's easy. FlexPay.
FlexPay is like Santa's little helper.
It allows me to get everything on my gift list and make monthly payments with no interest or fees.
Even if you're on the naughty list.
I got a gaming system for my nephew, a pair of funky boots for my sister,
and a little something just for me.
FlexPay allows me to be the best gift giver I can be without the worries of paying for all of my holiday shopping at once.
Beat that layaway.
'Tis the season to be a VIP. Apply for the HSN credit card and instantly get $20 off when you're approved. As an HSN card member, you'll get all kinds of perks, like extra flex on jewelry, beauty, and fashion purchases all day, every day. Plus VIP financing, VIP easy returns, exclusive offers, and there's no annual fee. Apply now. Call 1-800-695-1418 or search HSN card at hsn.com.
My singular goal is to improve the quality of people's lives. Everything we do is intended to be unlike any other company of our kind. We just make exceptional vitamins so you could have exceptional health. It's not important that you get the products I'm offering, but it's very important that you get the information I'm sharing, because information is the key to being a healthy person.
Well, the one and only Wolfgang Puck, his right-hand woman in the kitchen, Marion Getz, and you, we are Facebooking Live. By the way, Wolfgang, everybody online loves the mixing bowls, but they love your pressure cooker.
Yeah.
And this is not to be alarmist, but in fact, Sandy has 2 pressure cookers. I'm going to get my second one tonight, because do you know you have fewer than 900 for the rest of the year?
I know, that's for the whole country?
For the whole country. So we show you that quantity left, and then we're going to just get jumping and show you demo after demo. So Rick, whenever we can, fewer than 1,000. So we're actually fewer. Black, it is last call. We have red. We also have blue. Wolfgang, you are famous for this pressure cooker.
I know. We started, the pressure cooker was one of our first appliances. Why? It all goes back to my grandmother. She had the pressure cooker because she didn't have to cook for the whole family, but she had to turn on the stove, put wood and coal in the stove, and put the pressure on the pressure cooker on top, and then it made such noise. She said, kids, get out of the kitchen, and she loved it. So now we made one which is totally electric.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any noise. It's very safe, so you don't have to worry about anything.
No. Hey, by the way, Monica has the pressure cooker in blue.
Yeah.
And I have to say, if you've tried it and love it like I do, call us. Is this the famous rice fleisch?
This is the rice fleisch, except fleisch. Anybody who speaks German out there know it means meat. We use some leftover sausage, rice, vegetables, and then we just throw everything together in here. And all of a sudden we have a meal like fit for a king. Why? Because all the flavor, everything just stays in here.
It does.
Nothing escapes. Look at that. This could be a side dish of vegetable rice. This could be the main course, whatever it is.
Right. But Wolfgang, isn't one of the, I know what I love most about my pressure cooker, I don't babysit it. You just put the ingredients in and let it.
You put the timer on, you can leave, and it will stay hot.
Right.
So if you have people coming over, your family comes home from school, whatever, they can open it up and they have a warm, delicious meal.
They can. By the way, they are expecting that we will sell every single one of these in this show and in this hour. So, so we have 30. That, you know, basically a couple dozen of the black, $22 and change on your credit card. It has free shipping. It has the extended holiday return policy.
Now look at that. Now I'm gonna show you how it works. Okay, look, all vegetables here. So if you wanna make a vegetable rice, I know a lot of you are vegetarian out there today too. So you put in the vegetables, some spices, turmeric, paprika, a little chili flakes, whatever you like.
Right.
If you're a vegan, don't add butter, add a little bit of olive oil, a little garlic.
Right. So for Meatless Monday, it's fantastic.
Exactly. Then you add the rice.
Right.
Then you add some vegetable stock, the same amount, 1-to-1. So you never can go wrong.
Okay, 1-to-1 ratio.
1-to-1.
Okay.
Then salt and pepper.
Right.
And if you like any kind of fresh herbs, put
Why
a
not?
sprig of herb in there.
You can. But remember, at $22 and change, this is a mom's best friend. I'm serious. You're not waiting for water to boil.
No, that's all you have to do. Now, where's my cover here?
Okay. Now, the black that Wolf is demonstrating, there are 30 of them. Oh, I'm sorry, last 20 on that black. Last 20 on that black.
Now, look at that. All you have to do now, close it. Put it on 8 minutes under pressure.
Right.
Put the timer. It says cook here. You see the light here?
I see it.
When it's done, it goes on to warm, so it will stay warm. And then here you have the valve, so you put it on seal.
So
now I need glasses. I cannot read, but I made it simple enough so that way I still can use it. You see, it says vent here, and seal here.
And
so that's so simple.
This is
I put it on 8 minutes. Yeah, that's about right.
And you just turn the little dial and you let it do its thing.
And now you go watch a movie, play with the kids, watch TV, whatever you want.
Hey, by the way, when you saw Wolfgang do the mashed potatoes, you did the potatoes in here and then mixed them up in our today's special that I know a lot of you are still calling on. Over 1,700 reviews. We have fewer than 1,000. So Rick, it's okay if we show the quantity left. So we have fewer than 1,000, and just be aware, because I asked specifically, I thought, okay, well, do I have, so fewer than 900 actually. I've been wanting to get my second one just because I love it so much. I never want to be without it. So tonight's your night. This is the only opportunity to do it. Oh, what's in there?
Pasta bolognese.
Ooh, yummy, yummy, yummy.
With chicken.
Okay.
So you can make your pasta, you can do anything. And remember, 8 minutes. So instead of boiling the pasta in water, you cook it under pressure with the sauce, and it has so much more flavor.
Right, it absolutely does.
So all you have to do is then put it on a platter, maybe grate a little Parmesan cheese on top. Now, you can cook for two, but why cook for two?
Right.
What I do generally, we cook enough at least for 2 meals.
Sure. I mean, and that's the genius behind this. You can cook a little, you can cook a lot. You guys have heard me sing the praises of this on the air before. The 8-quart is my favorite size to use. It just is, because I always figure you can never make more in a little pot, ever.
Exactly, and here you can cook for 2 people or for 8 people is fine.
All right, so blue will be next. So blue will be next.
Yeah.
I have to say, it's an idea whose time has come, and I'm getting mine right now because I do not want to be without this. Hey, ask about the pressure cooker cookbook. We have a few of those, and if you want to do the mashed potatoes, ask about the potato ricer.
Exactly.
I mean, so that's also available.
Or you have the blender. You just put it in our mixer.
Or in the mixer, absolutely. Okay, so
now look at that. Here's our pasta. Dried pasta.
Right.
These are farfalle or bow tie.
Okay.
A little thing of rosemary. A little touch of garlic.
Okay.
If you like it spicy, my kids don't eat spicy, Alexander and Oliver, so I don't put chili flakes in there.
Oh, see.
Carrots.
Okay.
Onion. A little tomato sauce. You can get store-bought tomato sauce.
Oh, nice. Okay. Sounds
good. Whatever you have.
Whatever you have.
So you can add whatever you like. You make a vegetarian pasta, a meat pasta. Okay, what we're gonna add?
Right.
Look at that. Meat.
Oh,
That's the
frozen
best part.
meat.
Yeah, so you always find something in the freezer, chicken breast.
For
or
sure.
hamburger meat, or anything like that.
Isn't
and
that
then
smart?
We have...
Do you know how often that frozen meat saves me and gets dinner on the table?
I know.
So good,
So
right?
It
the
is,
same
isn't it?
amount of
with
liquid
a
that we have
1-to-1 ratio.
of,
1-to-1 ratio.
1-to-1. So we're gonna add that to it.
Absolutely. Hey, Mary loves hers. She's used the red a lot.
Yeah.
Candy says it's easy and loves it. Honestly, Nancy got the mixer, Wolf.
Oh,
and
good. She will love it.
So, and Susie on the...
Tell Nancy to make the mashed potatoes, and the whole neighborhood will come to her house and want to taste the mashed potatoes.
So Susie's asking the interior. It's a non-stick interior.
Yep.
I don't think we have any of the stainless inserts available, but at one point we did. And then it is a nice stainless bowl on the today's special. I wasn't sure if you were asking about the pressure cooker or the mixer, but that covers both of our bases. In the meantime, George is joining us in California.
Hi, George. How are you?
Hi, George.
I'm doing okay. Hi, Wolfgang.
Hi, how are you?
I got the pressure cooker, and it's my most favorite appliance.
Nice.
I want to tell you what I make in it.
Okay, send me a recipe.
I make zucchini pasta. I throw in a bag of meatballs, onion, bell pepper, and then I open a jar of my homemade pasta sauce, and I pour that in, and I spiralize 6 zucchinis, and I put that on top.
Sounds healthy.
And then I cook it for 30 minutes and release the pressure.
Yeah.
People come with their bowls, and it just disappears like magic.
All right.
Well, George, we need the recipe.
Good for you, George. Look at that.
It is so delicious.
Thank you.
I bet. George, isn't it the easiest thing to use? I think there was a time when people would be afraid of pressure cookers, but there's no fear factor with this, right?
No, there isn't.
No?
My mom told me my grandma had an old pressure cooker, and all the string beans were up on the ceiling.
You know.
And my Uncle Larry and my mom and grandma all had to clean up the house.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, George, you're bringing back memories, I think, for a lot of
George,
people.
when I was an apprentice in Austria, when I was 14 years old, I left my parents' home because my stepfather was an impossible guy. So I went and did my apprenticeship. But at 14, you know, you play around in the kitchen, and they said, cook carrots in the pressure cooker. I put them in the pressure cooker. I didn't know how it closes or anything. And I didn't close it right, and all of a sudden, the whole thing flew up. Thank God nobody was next to it.
No kidding. George, thank you again for the phone call.
See, I had a similar experience too.
There you go. But one thing about this, it's safety feature. You can't take the lid off when it's under pressure.
Today's pressure cooker is nothing like what they had before.
I know.
Now here we have a rice bowl with chicken. So this is like Thai flavor. You can see the chicken right in here, totally cooked. So look at that, for the whole family. So if you want Thai food, if you want Indian style food, any kind of grains. If you want to cook beans, if you live up in the mountains, you cook beans, and what will happen is it takes forever. But if you put them in a pressure cooker, it's so easy.
It is. Hey, by the way, Rick, if it's okay, I'd love to show the quantity left one more time. Just if only because, and this is not to be alarmist, but you can see the final 800, and that is the final 800 for the year. The 8-quart, just as a general rule, is a harder size for us to get back into inventory. So I don't know when or if it'll even show up or when it would in 2019. You know, use that information for what you will. But if you rely on yours, and especially during the holiday season, this is cooking the mashed potatoes for you. This is cooking the side dishes for you. This is, I mean, and you don't have to babysit it. You don't have to wait for water to boil. You don't have to wait for meat to defrost. You don't have to stir it. I mean, it's the most genius thing. Candy, I love this. She says, best ham and beans ever, 90 minutes instead of all day on the stove. How true is that? Marie wants Santa to bring her the mixer. And is also saying hi from Cerritos, California. Therese Jean loves the red. Honestly, and Sherry wants to know, why would you want to? Well, here's a couple of things for me. I know this is crazy, but I am one of those people, when I find a pair of shoes or pants or whatever that I love, I do buy 2. I just do, because I just always want to make sure I've got an air and a spare. Also, there are many times during the holidays I actually will run 2 of one thing at once.
Totally.
I do, because...
I mean, during the holidays, you make your potatoes, you make your pumpkin soup in here. It helps you, because instead of cooking everything for hours at a time, I mean, you put the potatoes on it in 6 minutes, they're done. 6 minutes under pressure.
Oh, actually, so Susie said, repeat that again, Wolf. She wants to know how long to cook the potatoes. So potatoes, Marianne...
Like 6 minutes,
6 minutes. So 6 minutes.
It depends a little bit.
1 cup of water. With 1 cup of water.
With 1 cup of water.
Nice.
And depends a little bit the size you cut it.
Yes.
But if you cut them in quarters or whatever, so it's...
Absolutely. Well, Nancy in Alabama got our today's special. Nancy, say hi to Wolfgang.
Hi, Nancy. How are you?
Hi, Wolfgang. How are you?
I am excellent. I'm so excited today, as you can see it probably out there, because I love my new mixer.
I love it.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, Nancy, have you had one of his pressure cookers before, or what made you decide to grab this?
I've got 2. I'm on my 3rd one.
See, I know. We get hooked, Nancy. So what do you love most about the ones that you have had?
Well, the safety thing, for one thing,
for sure.
You don't have to worry about it, and you don't have to pick it up and move it to the sink to cool it down. I don't know, the flavor, just everything is easy to use.
Yeah, so
easy
true.
to clean.
I love everything about it.
Yeah, me too. And Nancy, you said too, the safety feature. I was actually afraid to use a pressure cooker before I tried Wolfgang's, but you feel more confident. You know the top is not gonna come off if it's under pressure. You know it won't let you open the lid if it's under pressure.
And I have dexterity problems now, and I can't pick up a pressure cooker anyway.
Yeah.
To take it to the sink to cool it down.
Yeah, good point.
But I wouldn't fool with it anyway since I got started on this years ago.
Yeah, well said.
I've got one in every color now, so I'm doing just fine.
That's so
red
funny.
is for Alabama football, so roll tide.
Oh, you like Alabama?
I love it.
I still have to come down and watch a game. I have a friend. I have a friend.
Come on, I'll take you.
You take me. All right. I have a friend who promised me you have to come to Alabama football because it's the biggest and best experience in your lifetime.
Well, Nancy,
all you got to do is get here. I'll get you to the game.
There you go. Nancy, we love having you there. Thank you. We're going to do some more cooking, but let me just show off here again. Rice fleisch, I mean, you can do meatless Monday. You can make it spicy. This beautiful bow tie pasta, remember, you didn't even boil the water for pasta. You put the raw pasta in. I mean, it's the craziest thing. Then, of course, whether you're doing farros or long grains or steel-cut oatmeal, you can do all of those sweet and savory dishes. What do you have in here, though?
Your favorite.
Oh, Marion knows. Thank you.
Look at that.
That is my go-to. That's my favorite. I'm not going to lie.
Beautiful potatoes with it. I mean, this is a meal. Now, we don't make that at home. Why? Because it takes 8 hours to cook.
It takes all day.
You cannot leave the kitchen. You have to add water all the time.
Right.
So that way it cooks. Now here, look at that. The potatoes are perfectly cooked.
Dynamite.
And let me take this up here.
Okay. Beautiful. So we now have a little over 700. And remember, those quantities are for the rest of the year.
Look at that corned beef.
Wolf, wolf, wolf.
Oh my God, I don't even need it.
You don't even need the knife.
I don't need it.
You don't.
I just want to make it look good.
Do you know what? My mouth is watering just looking at that.
Yeah.
No, it really is. So normally corned beef, the traditional way is all day. What is it? Do you do 90, about 90 minutes, give or take?
Yeah.
90 minutes, and remember, you're not babysitting it. Any of the things, whether you do steamed artichokes or turkey breast, you're not basting, you're not waiting for things to boil.
It separates by itself.
Oh, that is dynamite. Wow, wow, wow. You know, if you haven't tried a pressure cooker because of that fear factor, this is the one to go for. It just is, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And, you know, as only Wolfgang Puck can do, there are 1,700 reviews on this. 1,700 reviews on this. And most of them are perfect, 4 or 5 star reviews. So you see that clock on your screen. It is 3 minutes or sellout. I'd love for you to see that quantity left one more time. We are going to pay to send it to you with that free shipping. That was a late breaking edition. We're, Wolf, I tell you what, can we try to, we've got 4 minutes. Let's try to show off as much stuff as we can in those 4 minutes.
Now, I would just tell you one more thing about the pressure cooker, because a lot of people say, Wolfgang, pressure cooker, why? Well, you already saw it cooks so much faster than your regular thing.
True.
But what I love about it is it encapsulates all the flavor. So the flavor gets infused into the meat. Like if you cook beef with red wine and garlic and mushroom, whatever you have, it gets infused with it. So no flavor escapes. Everything stays there where it's supposed to be. Whereas if you put it on a stovetop, on a stock pot on top, you cook it in 3 hours instead of in half an hour, but the flavor goes all over in your house.
Good point.
Here you cook whatever you cook in here, you infuse the food with all the flavor, all the herbs, all the spices. If you make Indian food, Thai food, goulash, whatever it is, it's perfect. Now, even you can make dessert.
Sure.
Look at that. Here we made a ginger cinnamon flan. My favorite dessert for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Before we only made pies, but now we make also the flan here.
So you can do sweet, you can do savory.
And it cooks it to perfection. I'm gonna show you one here.
Absolutely. Susie does hard-boiled eggs in the pressure cooker. I mean, so the one that, Wolfgang, I think that's an excellent tutorial for what you just mentioned. It seals in the moisture, and that's why that flan, or you do cheesecakes,
the flavor, the spices, everything.
And remember, Rick, if we could show the quantity left one more time, it is 90 seconds or sell out, give or take. I think we now have fewer.
Mashed potatoes, chicken tacos.
Oh, actually, we'll show you. Thank you. Fewer than 700 remain. We're going to unveil some more goodies before this is gone, and of course, we would love to send it your way with that extended. Oh, now Blue is getting ready to sell
look
out.
At that.
So.
You want to have chicken taco here. Look at that.
Can do it.
It is so tender, the meat falls off the bone. Look at that. You buy chicken legs, it's 68 cents a pound.
Dynamite.
So now you can make a delicious meal for your family in no time.
I love how the chilies just infuse so beautifully.
All the spices, the cumin, the cilantro, everything infuses it, the paprika a little bit. So you have that, put a little bit of
look at that.
different spices on top, and you bring that out to the table, and people are gonna say, my God, I never had food like that.
The clock has expired. We're gonna give you about another 60 seconds, 60 to 90 seconds with which to make your buying decision. This is your final call for the year. The 8-quart is the harder one for us to get back in stock, so I'm just not sure when it will be back, even in 2019.
But you know, some people at home, if they're empty nester, they're gonna say, I don't need a big one. You know, don't worry. You really need it, because you can cook for 2 people.
You can
cook for 8 people. So why get one for 2 if you only can cook for 2?
Because you can never, cook more in a small pot. Okay, let's show up. We got one more big reveal here, because time is of the essence. Okay.
Now, somebody